Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show where after the collision we sift through
the wreckage. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I was just trying to keep the fireworks still going. It's That's America's 250th birthday, so I was doing some firework boys.
I was just about to say that, and I was going to do for you as you did that. But happy 4th of July to everybody for yesterday, that is. But I am your host, Jimmy T. He is the best in the world, Jamie the Vet Williams, and he's our co-host, the magnanimous, the glorious 4th of July, the Professor Chabelo Vera Cruz, where the fireworks have been keeping you up, dude. What's going on?
Yeah, it has been keeping me up all goddamn night. You know, I don't know how much money people spend, but they wait all year. And Vet knows this too. They wait all year. They save all their money. They don't want to go to the Bahamas. They don't want to go to Hawaii. They just want to buy these firecrackers and keep me up until 5 o'clock in the morning. But, you know, it is what it is.
Well, don't worry. Have no fear because the firecrackers go off over here too. As a matter of fact, I don't know with you guys, but it's all Asians that are selling them over down here, bro. And they're all illegal, but everyone buys them anyway. They go crazy down here. But Vet, is it Asian people that are selling all these firecrackers and all sorts of fireworks?
I wouldn't know because I don't go to the stands or anything like that. But I do know that it's appropriate that we cover a show called Dynamite, because I feel like people have just foregone fireworks and just go straight to the explosives like they're trying to rob a train or something in the 1890s.
That's hilarious. That's perfect, man. That's why he's the best in the world, ladies and gents. That is awesome. But yes,
Vet can attest to this. Nothing says America than buying fireworks that says made in China or made in Mexico. So it just goes with it.
You're damn right. China invented it. So.
Really think about this for the Americanites out there. You're buying firecrackers from China and Mexico. I'm just saying.
Yeah, the Chinese ones especially could be a bit bajia, if you know what I mean. I'm telling you, I've seen some whacked out shit that's happened with those things. That's why I don't touch them. I will never touch them. But anyway, we're not here to talk fireworks, but there is a lot of fireworks on this show because we are talking Forbidden Door and, of course, Dynamite and Collision for the supersized edition of the Wreckage. And as we were saying off the air, fellas, I think we should just skip the news because we do have a super large edition of the Wreckage, right, Vet?
That's right, Jimmy.
Oh wait, there is news. There is one big news out there.
One piece of news.
Oh,
congratulations to remember those girls that were on Collision, Tegan Knox and her girlfriend.
Oh no! What? Don't tell me they got married.
Yes, they got married. What a way to celebrate America's 250th birthday. That Tegan Knox and her girlfriend are married. That's great news.
Oh boy.
And what's more, and I know they're not, well, at least one of them's not American, but I mean, what's more American than getting married with no fucking money?
Oh boy. And no job too, it seems.
It seems. Well, maybe those Twitch residuals are really paying off for the
America welfare.
Yeah. They better live stream that honeymoon.
Oh yeah.
If they want to subsidize all this.
Either that or freaking stream their asses or something. Anything to make money at this point for them. That's what I'm saying. But nevertheless, congratulations to Mrs. and Mrs. Knox. How does it work?
We're gonna talk about their replacement here on Forbidden Door too, because so it all ties together. Knots, storylines, and we're gonna take a quick look at the buy-in. Okay, just before we get into any meat and potatoes, but we're gonna start out with Daniel Garcia in the opening match of the buy-in, where the fuck he belongs, doing the favors for Drilla Maloney. And now you got two. Yeah, I know. So you got two guys here. You got Daniel Garcia and you got Drilla Maloney. Now, both of them, you could argue, are in a similar position in their respective companies. But look at one guy and then look at the other guy. And I was like, if they don't put Drilla Maloney over in this, just to give New Japan a breadcrumb to start this thing off or whatever, then this is going to set the tone for the show. But they did. They did the right thing.
They did?
Yeah, they did. Daniel Garcia goes down.
Wow.
Even though Marina tried to help, she couldn't help enough. And DG is a disappointment for the DRs. Now, Professor, I don't know if you saw this. It doesn't matter if you saw the match or not. All you ever had to do was seeing Drilla Maloney with the shirt off standing next to Daniel Garcia. And you can kind of see my point, right? If you're talking about just the optics of why is one guy getting a push when this guy, not that Tony has that guy, but you know what I'm saying, right? He's got guys that look like that guy.
No, it's funny you say that, because if I never saw AEW, if I never knew the history, and Vet said, Professor, watch this, I want to introduce you to AEW, I would have thought Drilla Maloney was Daniel Garcia. That was his name. And and Daniel Garcia was Drilla Maloney, being this young boy. Like, wait a minute. One person actually looks like a Death Rider in Drilla Maloney. The other person looks like a young boy that's worked the compounds for New Japan. Where are we going here? This is like Twilight Zone. But again, as Vet says, and Jimmy, you know this, you got to throw a bone. Tony Khan has got to throw these bones to New Japan, because I keep saying this relationship is weird and wonky. So while, John Moxley can be the IWGP champion, or Takeshita can be the champion, at least for the opener, Drilla Maloney can defend the honor of New Japan and get that crucial big win. I don't know if we call it a strong win, but we got a strong partnership win against AEW.
Yeah, that's true. And it's the little things too, Jimmy. Like, it's not just the fact that Drilla has a physique and Daniel Garcia doesn't. It's like just little details of things. Like, Daniel Garcia looks like a bum besides his physique.
Oh, right.
Because he just wears these plain trunks, nothing going on, like with the face, like it's just, there's nothing. Meanwhile, you look at Drilla, he's got the hair on point, he's got the perfectly shaved beard. He's tan. He's got gloves on. That's like a flourish, like a visual flourish or whatever. His gear looks professional. Daniel Garcia looks like his shit got lost at the airport and he's had to borrow something.
Makes no effort, like literally. Now, I don't know exactly what Julia Maloney was at his name, because I don't watch as I always tell you guys.
You probably saw him once or twice.
I probably have seen him, but it does ring a bell. I just can't.
I'll tell you what, while we go through this, why don't you Google for a picture of Drilla Maloney, and maybe you can even find something from this match with them standing side by side, and everybody can see what I'm talking about. Because it's a not important match, but it sets the tone. And it's a philosophy of like,
oh yeah, I know these guys.
This is why Daniel Garcia ain't moving up.
God damn,
you know what I mean? Dude. You have to put an effort into everything that you're doing. Now, I told him years ago, hey, on this show, I said, hey, at least start doing some push-ups, if nothing else. Like, if you're not going to go in the gym, at least do 100, 200 push-ups every day to get that bird chest up. And he's not even doing that. So anyway,
but to be fair here, I mean, Daniel Garcia.
No, I think I'm being very fair.
Daniel Garcia is training very well in the Death Riders boot camp. Come on. He's actually, he's calling Billy Goat the young boy. So he's got seniority over him, supposedly.
Wait a minute. He's Australian, this guy.
It could be. Yeah, he was. I knew he has some kind of accent. I never heard him talk enough to know whether it was English or Australian. But
he's from Australia, and he was a professional boxer.
All right. You got the picture?
Yeah, I'm just looking for one that's side by side. He was a former champion, too. That's crazy. But anyway, I'm trying to find a side by side one more particular before I show it.
Yeah. Anyways, so we got the president of Stardom, Taro Okada, no relation. And the announcers even made sure to say that as a joke. Like, no relation to the Rainmaker. He's in attendance here. And we have a qualifying match. The final, is it the final qualifying match for the survival of the fittest match, in which we get Dark Sky. Oh, Jimmy, you want to do the thing? Well,
I will do that. I will say in a moment, right about now, Dark Sky.
Yes, versus Micah. Now, when the professor was running this down with me last week, I was like, who? But then I saw her and I was like, oh, yes, I remember. It's just the name is not memorable enough. But when I saw her, I was like, oh, yes, this woman. And she also seemed to have gained some of the weight since I last seen her that Daniel Garcia probably should have gained. But in any case, neither here nor there.
She gained in the lower nether region, so but it was good.
Just a little bit, I suppose. But she did end up defeating Dark Sky, who also has some good weight in the nether regions. I would say some of the best. And she qualifies, so Micah's going to be in there in that 6-way dance or whatever it is. Is that what it was? Yeah.
The 6-way survival of the fittest. And I'll just say this before we get to the next match, Jimmy. I think I picked Sky Blue to win because I thought she deserved it. Why not throw a bone for this? Well, Jimmy, can you say it?
I win Micah.
The Dark Triangle or Sisters of Sin for me? Just give me that. Because I need to feel
Sisters of Sin.
Yes, I needed that. But it's just what a waste. I mean, Sky Blue, yes, the nether regions, I'm happy about that. I see that. But then, again, you throw a bone. You got to throw these bones. Tony Khan is throwing these bones of wins for the other places. I got that. But it's just like, where do we go with Sky Blue here? Where do we go with Julia Hart? The Sisters of Sins are the Sisters of Eating Pins. That's what it's turning into.
Well, then we know where we're going. And that's the thing. Like, if you've been hapless all year, why are you going to start winning now? So yeah, I'm going to use you as a welcome mat for my guest. Oh, hello, Micah. Please come right in, wipe your feet on Dark Sky, and we'll see you on Wednesday. So that's basically what we got here. Jimmy, you got that picture?
I do. I'm just about to save it. I don't have a side-by-side one, though. I'm just going to show everyone Jula, obviously. Oh, whoops.
You could find a picture of Daniel Garcia just to,
just for context.
But everybody knows what that bum looks like, so you don't really need to.
He's definitely a bum, but keep going as I upload the picture.
So next is Olympia and Thunder Rosa challenging the Divine Dominion. And again, in keeping with the hospitality, it is Thunder Rosa who falls from grace or whatever their fall from the heavens or whatever their fucking finishing move is, some regal sounding shit or whatever. She ends up taking that one for the team. So yeah, and why not? Why would Divine Dominion get beat? Man, I wish the WWE had like a dominant tag team that they were trying to like boost up a division with, as well as these ladies have been.
Yeah. Absolutely.
There he is. There's several pictures of him.
Right. There we go.
Is that his Thunder from Down Under pose right there?
I have no idea.
Just say.
But that's him right there for anyone that doesn't know who the hell he is. I mean, I didn't even realize that he was even from here. So there you go. His name's Andrew Maloney, technically, his actual real name. But
yeah, they used to call him that, and then they just dropped the Andrew part.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. I have seen him before. I just didn't know he was from down here, and I didn't know he was a pro boxer, which is even more bizarre. And a pretty decent one, apparently, it seems.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's Julia Maloney, folks.
Yeah, you take this guy and then imagine Daniel Garcia. And just
Yeah,
be
actually,
like,
I'll, I'll put that right now. Let's just put Daniel Garcia, as you can see right now. Oh, well, look, I did that. This is what came up. But anyway, I'm sure you'll see. Well, that's him with
the buy-in.
Too,
the buy-in is fine. You see that buy-in picture, Jimmy? You could just upload that.
Oh, this one here?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah.
Well, you can even tell how skinny he is.
You can't really see, like, these guys don't look that. You know, my point has been made. I think we all know.
But can Drilla dance? That's the difference. See,
it
at least Daniel's got a hook. Can Drilla dance?
Well, if that was the Thunder from Down Under pose, then you have your answer.
I'm sure he can. I'm sure he can.
Well, we're ready to move on to the main card of Forbidden Door. So all that other stuff didn't count. This is what counts. Well, I guess that qualifying match counted for something. But anyways, everything else was just for, well, I guess that was a tag team title match. Okay, look, a couple things counted, but nonetheless, we are here. It is the Young Bucks versus Unbound Company. That's the most Japanese English ever. Versus Sky Team.
Oh, that's also very Japanese.
Yeah. But
Funny
it's
enough.
Mexican. So they go ahead and they end up losing because they hit the Meltzer driver, which I guess it's now the Meltzer driver again, because Dave Meltzer even had a thing on his show where he was arguing with Brian Alvarez about whether they should call it the Meltzer driver or whether he wants it to be called the Meltzer driver or whatever bullshit they were talking about. But they hit the Meltzer driver on Titan. So Titan is the first person to get rolled up by the welcome mat.
See,
by the welcome mat.
First and foremost, Matt, a name like Sky Team is already doomed to fail because we already got a Sky Team in AEW called Skyflight. And Skyflight ain't no different than Sky Team, except one's Mexican, one's American. Neither here nor there. But this match was just glazing. I hate to say this because, I'm always objective here, but they're glazing the Young Bucks and they're glazing their future, Jimmy. Tag title opportunity against the CNC Wrestling Factory, which is and first and foremost, even before this, I have to say this, even before we're talking about the whole Forbidden Door, Jimmy. Vet, this pay-per-view ended at 12:45 a.m. Counting the pre-show, I was watching 5 hours and 45 minutes of wrestling.
That's why I counted the pre-show, dudes.
This is not good. This is not good, Vet.
Is it not generally Forbidden Door that ends up running the longest of the year?
I don't know. I don't keep track, but most of Tony Khan's pay-per-views end after midnight. And then there's a fluctuation between 12:15 to 12:45. You might be right about Forbidden Door being the longest, but again, Tony Khan, for all intents and purposes, again, one company does too little, one company over ODs. We can't. We need a happy medium here. That's all I just wanted to say.
Hasn't AEW pay-per-view gone up to almost 2 a.m. at one stage? One of them? I could have sworn there was one.
If you're on France time, maybe, but I don't know. I ain't going that far.
What was the show that we did a watch-along with Brandon a couple of years back where it was over 6 hours, dude?
Well, but it was...
That was all in. That was all in Texas, but they started at 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time, and that ended almost close to 9 o'clock. That shit went 6 hours. But no one complained, but all in Texas, that no one complained, especially in the East Coast. But you're probably right about the 2 a.m. whatever. But in the East Coast, it was like, okay, that's cool. And then we went into a WWE Saturday Night's Main Event that same night.
Oh yeah, I remember that. There was one time we did a long friggin' watch along, and we did a show before that, I think. So we've done like an 8-hour friggin' run of. I don't know how we did it, honestly, but we did.
Yeah, it was one of those situations where I don't remember if it was that one that we watched.
Yeah, I don't think it was that.
Because it had to be one of the ones that was over in the UK time zone, because otherwise I wouldn't have been able to watch it in the morning like we did. So, but the point is, yes, they are too long. However, the point also is everybody's been saying that for like 4 years, and they really have no interest in changing any of that. So I don't know, but I can understand.
There is breaking news because Tony Khan has finally listened after 4 years, and he said he's going to start the next pay-per-view, AEW Redemption, at 7:00 Eastern. So the pre-show will start at 6:00 Eastern.
I don't trust him.
I think he's missing the point of
right.
You don't just slide it back and have it be extremely long. People are complaining it is extremely long, and if you didn't have it extremely long, you wouldn't have to slide the window back. But that's just something that this is a function of Tony, in the generous sense, wants to give everybody an opportunity to be on the pay-per-view so that they can get paid accordingly. Good for him, good for them, bad for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that's just the way that he is. Whereas it's like, as you pointed out, on the opposite side, you have a massive roster of people not getting used at all. You imagine flying all the way into a city to do one pre-tape. Just imagine the Miz flying all the way to a city, renting a car, driving to the arena, sitting around the arena all day, then sitting there on a bench acting like he's lobotomized while Danhausen fiddles with knobs and stuff, and then he has to get back in the rental car. Like all that for that. That's just terrible. So
that's terrible, Vet.
Yeah.
God.
So anyways, let's not make our show as long as Tony's, because we don't need to repeat ourselves for the same things that everybody's saying, because we need to talk about Kenny Omega versus Zack Sabre Jr.
Yeah.
Now,
since y'all the New Japan people, and since y'all been waiting for 10 years for this,
nobody's
all yours.
We never wanted this. No one wanted this. No one asked for this. I'll just say that right out of the gate.
I'm a Kenny Martin, even I didn't want this.
Now, Jimmy and I, since we've been working together, Jimmy's been more the Kenny Omega guy, and I've been the guy that's trying to explain to all the Kenny Omega fans why he's a fucking idiot, right? Like, that's been my job in this thing. Like, where it's like, you can enjoy Kenny Omega if you want, but calm down first, and second, understand this. So this is the dichotomy of, you have a story here where it's like, you have a guy that claims to be the greatest technical wrestler in the world, which I'm sorry to break the illusion to everybody, but whatever that means, everything that Zack Sabre does in matches is stuff I was doing in practice for like 4 hours a week. I could do anything Zack Sabre does in his sleep, in my sleep. But, so Kenny Omega though is called the greatest of all time, the wrestling god of pro wrestling.
Remember, the god of pro wrestling.
God of pro wrestling. So now you have a situation that's like, can Kenny rise to the occasion of this challenge? But you can see these guys' like approach to the match is completely different. Zack Sabre Jr. is in there trying to do like knuckle locks and arm ringers and stuff like that. And Kenny Omega is out there like, within the first 5 minutes of the match trying to take tables apart. Like, we're not psychology has no like residence in Kenny Omega's head whatsoever. What does Zack Sabre Jr. do to in the first 5 minutes of a match be like, all right, we're doing a table? Like, Kenny just has to get a table. It's like he's magnetically attracted to it or something. Like, he cannot just have, if you're the god of pro wrestling, can you not at least wrestle for like a few minutes before you go outside the damn ring, especially knowing what's coming later in the night? Not only do we have a fucking cage match full of people that's going to be doing stuff, but then you've got these other two guys that are going to kill themselves later.
Can I say sell any of it? Can I say something quickly, and then you can go back to your thought?
Okay.
Darkside said something in the chat. He said, maybe long, but on the flip side, you can't say people are not getting their money's worth of content. Well, Darkside, Zack Sabre Jr. is the epitome of AEW pay-per-views. Just too long, too boring,
26 minutes
too much, 26 minutes too long. This is 5-6 hours of Zack Sabre Jr. That's the problem. We're getting too much Zack Sabre Jr. on the pay-per-view. That's what it is. That's all. That's all I just wanted to say.
Look, I was one of those Zack Sabre Jr. haters for a while, but you know what?
You can still be. You can still be. You can still be. It's okay.
No. You know what? I enjoy his style. Eventually, it grows on you, sort of thing, right?
No, it don't. No, it don't. No, it don't.
I just feel these two are not compatible with their styles at all. Hence why the match just didn't go the way they probably felt it was going to go. It just didn't go that way. And Kenny, I was more of a Kenny in New Japan, Mark, than the AEW version. I feel like in AEW, he's gotten into a lot of bad habits. He had bad habits in Japan too, don't get me wrong. But he wasn't, like you said, Vet, like a magnet to tables all the friggin' time. He hardly ever used tables in New Japan, except for matches against Jericho, shit like that.
He did.
He did, but not as often as now.
No, definitely not. Well, but he has different, in Japan. Never mind. I don't even want to go down this road. Let's just say Kenny loves those tables. And it's even besides the tables, it's just the sense of like, I got to throw everything out there, whether it makes sense or not.
Yeah, that's true.
That's just the thing. And here's the other thing about Zack Sabre Jr. The only thing that Zack Sabre Jr. has going for him is he cuts a good promo because he's a sarcastic British dickhead.
True. Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Wait. He did not cut no great promos.
He did not. We didn't see any promos from him.
We did not get no selling for this match to this point on AEW television.
Well, it's funny that you use that turn of phrase, because let me tell you what else Zack Sabre Jr. doesn't do and never has done and has always sucked at, and that's selling.
Yeah,
he can't sell for shit. Everything on his face looks like he's got no matter what happened to him, you could throw him off a building and he'll have this waiting on a bus expression on his face. Like, he doesn't sell a fucking thing. He just sits there. He's like so unbelievable in everything he does. So he knows the moves, but he's not selling his own moves. He's not selling the other person's moves. He's just going through these motions because he's got one of those faces that just doesn't express, so that on top of that, so Kenny's hitting him with everything in the except for the fucking kitchen sink. And his face is just like the same the whole time. No selling, no registering pain, no nothing. He's just bleh. Just bleh. So
just bleh.
Just bleh. So anyways, Kenny hits him with a one-winged angel finally after damn near half an hour, like everybody's
after that play fighting for 26
and he doesn't sell that either. He just lies there with his eyes open, just blinking like,
After the first two matches, Vet, I was like, wait a minute. God damn. I was actually counting the match. I'm like, we're doing this 2 matches in 1 goddamn hour. Jesus, how many more matches?
I should have enjoyed this match, but the power of the fan was getting to me every time, man.
And just as you say that, just as you both say that, here comes Moxley to defend his Continental Championship against Bandito. And I got questions like, as I'm watching this, I'm like, why are people bleeding in this match already? This Continental Championship match. Why is Moxley ripping this guy's fucking mask off in this Continental Championship match? Does the Continental Championship observe the rules that if you remove a luchador's mask, that's a disqualification? Do they observe? Is that part of the Continental rules?
It's combat style.
We will never know because he didn't actually get it off. He just tore it a little bit on the eye so that he had to constantly fuck with it the whole match. I just don't understand this whole.
I can also be cynical, Vet. Why doesn't Bandito work with somebody else, another mask company, to get a better mask so it doesn't tear away? Stronger material, stronger, coating, or whatever the case may be. But they said, I don't want to go veer too much, but this match wasn't supposed to take place. Technically, this was supposed to be Jimmy's favorite New Japan stalwart, the up-and-comer Caleb Newman's spot. This was supposed to be Caleb Newman against Moxley.
Oh, please.
Can only imagine what that would have looked like.
Yikes.
Well, that would have been like the before and after picture again with Drilla Maloney and Daniel Garcia, except the heavyweights.
Billy Ray, I got the material for you once we talk about something down the line when it comes to the Death Riders. I got more material for you. Go ahead.
And just quietly before we move on, I just want to point out to J12, I remember when I was saying that Moxley loves the movie Romper Stomper? That's why he hates Mexicans. All right. Just quietly. There's your answer.
So,
I thought he was trying to create a match from Nacho Libre, as fighting Bandito.
That wouldn't surprise me either, but
rest in peace, Silver King.
Yeah, absolutely. R.I.P. Silver King.
So this is basically, all I take away from this bullshit match that is going on here is that Jon Moxley tried to kill this man and rip his mask off for no reason. Like, there's no heat between these men. And Bandito's a babyface anyway. So even if you look at Jon Moxley in a babyface sense, he's still not, Bandito's done nothing to wrong him. And he tries to kill him and tear his mask off. But then at the end, he shakes his hand after he, chokes him out. And Bandito shakes it. And I'm like, you're standing there with your raggedy mask half off your face and you're going to shake this man's hand? Why would you shake his hand after that? He completely disrespected you for no reason. You don't shake the hand of a man who tried to unmask you in front of everybody.
This is what I've been trying to say. Bully's been saying this. Bully said it last week. I've been saying it for 6 months. Jimmy's been fighting me on this because he's been saying the people's champion. I don't get this.
But that's on Bandito, though. That one's on Bandito. Right. It's up to him to shake hands at the end.
That's true. That's true. But it's on the sickos. The sickos have been going along with this like trained seals. You can't boo this man for 20 minutes, then shake his hand, and then everybody's like, oh, AEW, AEW. Keep a lane. Pick a lane, sickos. Is he a heel or he's a face? You cannot bend the... It's not shades of gray.
Why even...
It does matter.
1 week is the people's champ. The next week is a badass heel. I mean, it's AEW. That's why.
No. First and foremost, let's not go to the fact that you got an ROH World Heavyweight Champion wanting to go after the second most prestigious title. Doesn't make sense.
Right.
Number one.
No.
Number two, you was sick, but you remember what I said. We had storytelling. I was waiting for Brody King to become the monster and take out Bandito, his little baby brother. Just don't give me that face, man. Don't give me that face because you needed it. We needed that. Because even Brody,
one thing they've done right.
No, that's the one thing that's another thing they've done wrong. But I'm just saying. But we look at this match. Does Bandito get any better out of this? He looks weaker. He'll just go into something else. He'll join Mystico. He'll join Speedball, and they'll do the trios thing again. He'll maybe again the tag team division. That's all he's got. There's a ceiling and a floor. Bandito's been jumping off the floor so much that I don't know where his ceiling is. That's the problem with him in AEW. ROH, sky's the limit. He can have his banger matches because he's a champion. He could be a forever champion for all I care. But Bandito's is jumping off the floor. Nothing with that. Sky. I was going to say Mexican jumping bee, but I held off.
Careful.
Then you said it anyway. I would say Sky Flight's the limit. That's what I would say.
Sky Flight's the limit.
All right. Well,
oh man, and this match went for over 20 minutes. It felt like
it was a continental match, so it had to go 20.
Oh, there you go.
Less than 20, but with all 19. The other stuff,
19 minutes.
19 minutes too fucking long, man.
Yeah, but to continue testing the limits of our patience, we have Pac versus Shota Umino in a match that, again, just by the booking of it, we already know who's going to win, right? So they have their match, and sure enough, Shota Umino retains his whatever that belt is, the Global Heavyweight Championship.
And Moxie came out to congratulate him anyway.
Right.
Again.
Oh, look, the big reunion that they didn't really do enough to tell us about because,
right,
everybody forgot all this stuff.
It was his senpai like 10 years ago, it felt like at this point. You know what I mean? Like
not for nothing, Jimmy. Can you answer this? What is New Japan's second event, like SummerSlam event in comparison to Wrestle Kingdom? What's that?
Dontaku, do you think?
Dontaku?
Dominion, sorry. Yeah, Dominion.
Dominion?
That's the same thing. Yeah.
So is that where they're going to continue the story or conclude the story? Shoto against Moxley, that hometown for the Global? No?
Probably not.
Just actually.
Well, they've never been in a feud. They've always been friends. They've never even, I don't think
they was sort of like, he was sort of
punishing him. He kidnapped him when he was a young boy so that, and basically took him under the wing, but he didn't like, it wasn't the normal Death Riders treatment where he tried to murder him or anything. It was like he was actually tag teaming with him, working with him, but sort of just being rough and dragging him around. He's basically the Wheeler Yuta back then.
You heard what you said. That
I know.
Kidnapping.
What's
the theme of Moxley? Kidnapping, murder, attempted murder, bagging, cucking, whatever. This was
an early version before he had fully there was no Death Riders back then, so it was a friendly kidnapping. He was probably like a gateway kidnapping, like he was trying it out. He would never really held him against his will, but he did kind of like put the arm around the neck and like, come with me, buddy. Like the forceful buddy thing, like that.
Oh, okay.
And like slapping him on the dick sort of thing while he's got his arm over him,
Yeah, just a little bit. And then President Tanahashi came out too and put the belt on the kid, strapped the belt up on the kid. So that was nice. Everybody to see Tanahashi with his haircut. Dude,
he looks like a little child now. I don't know. Yeah. He just doesn't look right anymore, man.
He doesn't look very stylish, does he?
No, opposite. He looks like a cornball, really, like a cheesy dude.
Yeah. See, what had happened was, Jimmy, he saw a Justin Bieber picture from 2010 and said, I gotta have that haircut. But and
he's more chubby on the face now too, it looks like, with the hairstyle. I don't know, man. He just doesn't look like the Ace that I used to remember and love.
Father Time is undefeated.
It's true.
Well, there's someone else who remained undefeated as AEW Women's Champion, and that is the Toxic Spider, Tekla, as she defended her AEW Women's Championship against Starlight Kid. Now, Professor, we talked about this match, and I was saying I was looking forward to this one.
This was the best match.
But as I watched this, I'm like, Power of the Phone a little bit. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. I was very disappointed.
Interesting.
And it made me think.
No. I will defend it. Were you I would think you're disappointed because of the other matches taking too long. I also said that this match should have been at least the match before the final match because because it had the story. They were doing this since Tekla came into AEW, and you already played off of her, spitting in the face of Okada, the Stardom Okada, and stuff like that. So the placement of this did not deserve where it was.
And at least there was good story going behind it too.
It's the a la carte thing, like all that being said. If I was to go, I would never go back and revisit this match to enjoy it for any reason. I mean, I think they did the business they wanted to. Not saying that, but I'll put it this way. So remember Dynasty? Well, I was telling you guys, I thought that was the best pay-per-view AEW's ever done. And one of the reasons why is because a lot of the matches, I was just going to be like Power of the Phone, but then I put the phone down and got into the matches. So for Forbidden Door, fast forward to Forbidden Door here, and I'm more like, okay, I'm interested in a couple of these matches. And as I'm watching them, the Power of the Phone just gradually takes over. So I'm actually looking, away from the stuff that I was interested in.
Fair enough.
I don't know how much the Professor loved AEW before John Moxley, but or at least the Death Riders. Anyways. So Starlight Kid. Now this is something else too, where we're talking about Kenny Omega. You were talking about, Jimmy. You said Kenny Omega in New Japan seemed different.
Well, to me, it did.
And the last time I saw Starlight Kid in Stardom, I felt like she was decent. And then I see this, and I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? How jet lagged is she? Because I don't remember her being this terrible.
Do you think it's AEW? Like the reason why they turned terrible? I mean,
it could be the presentation. Because we talked about how New Japan has that really good sports presentation. The way they shoot it, the cameramen always know the right angle and where to be for everything.
Spot on.
And then those same people come over to AEW and people are disappointed. And it's like, well, they're the same people. So what's wrong? Obviously, AEW doesn't shoot the same way.
No, they don't. Nowhere near it.
They don't even, it's not even WWE style production. They just have their own thing going on, for better or worse. So
okay, so I don't mean to cut you off that. I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, so Starlight Kid in Stardom has a better presentation than I was going to say this. Did they pick the right opponent for Tekla? That's the thing.
Well, what I'm trying to say is
I believe from what my sample size, because I didn't when I watched Stardom before, Tekla was like the third or fourth most important person in a group. So she was not the focus. Okay. Starlight Kid wasn't presented any differently. I'm just talking about the way they shoot the show. Okay. So maybe when I watched her match, she had a little bit better match and it looked better because of the way they were shooting it. And then it's kind of like, you know how when you go see live wrestling, because you've seen a lot of live wrestling, you know how you could see through a lot of their phony stuff more when it's up close than it is when it's on TV and they got the camera angles to hide stuff. It's similar. So I was just disappointed in Starlight Kid. I mean, this felt like Riho was in there with a tiger mask on.
You know, it's what you said. I was looking through it like, is that Riho in a mask? What is this?
Right.
Or is this like the fourth incarnation of Starlight Kid, like Tiger Mask on the other side?
Right. And half of the time, she seemed to be more concerned with her flabby stomach popping out over her tights than actually like selling anything. Because I saw her reach up and pull her trunks up like several times during this match to cover her gut, which is, again, I don't remember her being that out of shape before. So I don't know if it's just the good American food or whatever, but yeah, I was kind of disappointed. So I know I recently heard Jargo say she's one of the best wrestlers in the world. She wasn't the best wrestler in this match. She wasn't the best wrestler on this card. I don't know what she's the best at. Oh, so shit. She might have fallen off.
If you travel on a Friday to the United States, jet lag is a bitch. Mm-hmm. You know, I think she should have been in the country for a couple of days early. She should have been She should have been on Dynamite. So this way to build on it, to get her reps in, to get her cardio. So this way she could be used to the Eastern Standard Time to a degree, and we probably would have got a proper match for Vets.
Probably, yeah. But at the same time, I also count on Tekla to carry. So, you know, there you go. She did what she could, but just it wasn't as good as I was hoping. So there is that. It's not bad though, you know.
I think we could say here that you're right. Tekla is the MVP of this match, but it wasn't the match. It was what she did after. It's what she's been doing to build it. That's all it is.
So after she dispatches Starlight Kid with some stomps, the best part of the whole match was after Tekla wins, and then they cut to Okada's face. Like that reaction shot of him just being like, it was the best thing about the entire match. So then she ripped Starlight Kid's mask off and spit in it. And then beat up the president with the mask, with the spit mask, and slapped him and all this other stuff. And his selling was god awful, but at least he tried to sell, unlike Zack Sabre. But anyway, so yeah, that happened, and that was kind of funny. So the whole thing was kind of an angle. I'm pretty sure Dave gave this like probably 4 3/4.
He did,
shit like that, but don't trust him. It wasn't that good. What was the match? What was the match I said was the best match ever with Tekla versus who from Dynasty? Who was that she wrestled? Do you guys remember? I can't even remember now who it was. It was one of the best matches I've seen in years, and I don't even remember who it was now. So terrible.
But then probably Dave gave it almost 4 3/4 stars. So, you know, that just shows you it's just about 2 months ago. We can't even remember.
Yeah.
No, this is what this company does to you, man.
So sad.
Oh, it was Jamie Hayter, wasn't it?
Yes, that's it.
I remember you praising. Yeah, it was Jamie Hayter.
Man, I want to watch that match again. Scrub some of this Forbidden Door out of my brain. Jeez. Yeah, that match was good. Go watch that shit. 6 stars. Well, what did you guys have any final thoughts on this, Jimmy?
I didn't think the match was that bad. Like, I'm not going to say
it wasn't bad.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I mean, by the way you're describing it, you weren't a big fan of it. I didn't mind it. I actually felt it was the best match up until this point. Like,
okay.
Everything before
probably was.
No, really. No, I truly mean that. I thought it was better than all the previous matches at this point.
Yeah. I think for investment, for me, this was the match for me because again, there was a backstory, there was things between Tekla and Okada. And I can go with the match being meh to a degree, but I think for the story, I think there's more investment when there's a story to it. So that's why this still can be a match of the night, even though that Starlight Kid did not deliver.
Yes. Either she had an off night or whatever happened, but
The
match wasn't bad. I guess maybe I was hoping for more for Tekla's ring generalship or something.
No, that's why I'm asking you, is Starlight Kid one of the pillars of Stardom? Because maybe they could have had somebody else.
She is now.
Well, she is now because of this, probably.
She's kind of where Io was back when Io was there. Like when they signed Io, they were like, this is like the Rey Mysterio Jr. of women's wrestling, so we want to sign her.
Like right.
And then Starlight Kid is probably like the closest thing they've had to Io since then, I would say.
She does remind me of Io in some ways. I mean, she kind of...
Because Io used to wear a tiger mask too sometimes. I don't think she wrestled with it, but she had it as like a...
Well, in Lucha
like a decoration when she came out.
Right. Well, in Lucha Underground, she was wearing a mask at times too, but even without it as well.
Yeah. Well, anyway, who cares about them anymore? It's all about CSC Wrestling Factory versus the Dogs.
Ugh.
Yeah. So my favorite part of this match, guys, my favorite part is that was the best part. But my favorite part was when they were taking a match and they were burning Christian with the match. And Edge is on the apron on the other side, just watching him being like, hey, come on. Like, you're going to set my partner on fire. I'm not just going to hop down in there, run over there and like attack you guys. I'm going to sit there and complain to the referee that you're fucking burning my partner with a match. This is why I say this guy's a fucking moron and everything he does sucks, because shit like that of fucking, how long has he been wrestling? Like 30 some fucking odd years, and
probably
lost years of his career and had time to think about things and come back and everything. And you came back from your, career-ending injury to do a bunch of bullshit in WWE and then come over here and do even worse bullshit with jumping off cages and breaking your leg and watching your partner get burned with a match.
Yeah.
Well, wait. To be fair here, the older you get, your mind slips a little bit. Even though I'm the professor, I'm 49, my mind's slipping a little bit. I do forget certain things. So I got to go back to Google.
Like Jamie Hayter? We all forgot.
See, I'm just saying.
I get it.
For Adam Copeland, certain things. Remember, he's the rated R superstar. He's one of the top villains in his 30 years career. But now he's on his own redemption story. He's trying to turn Christian into a nice person again. This is part of the story. So he cannot do any dastardly things. So he's trying to do it the right way. He's trying to go to the side of Christ. There's nothing wrong with that.
I just think when you're watching somebody burn your partner with fire, you could just skip the referee part.
Yeah.
Doing it the right way though. He's pointing to the ref. Hey, what is going on here? Do something about it. I'm with Adam on that one.
Well, anyway,
I think Josh hit the nail on the head. By the way, guys. Yeah, AEW does make everyone forget. We've said this a million times, actually, Vet.
It's like it's forgetfulness by volume. They just dump so much stuff on us we couldn't possibly remember it all. But unfortunately, some of the things we want to remember get filtered out.
You get zonked out. You just stare at it without like getting any information going back to your brain. Does that make sense?
Yes, sort of. But the only whatever about this match, because who cares about these old guys? Who cares about these young guys who are already washed up even though they're young? The only thing that matters about this match is that the lights go out, and when they come back on, we've got the full club again, guys. Look who has returned.
About fucking time.
To AEW after 10 long years, longer than Edge's retirement. Jay White, the Switchblade, is back.
Oh, man. About time, man. Seriously. We've been asking for how long.
And when we go later, how many nights, I will explain that he's my superhero. He's my man. He has brought balance to the Force, Vet. But we will explain that later on. But thank God Jay White came back. Because the Bang Bang Gang, look out of place the Bang Bang Gang was without Jay White.
Oh, leaderless. That's why. No direction.
So out of place they weren't on the show.
Yeah, that's what it was. Now Jay White's back. Now they all feel relevant except for Ace Austin. So Ace Austin's going to
so out of place.
Someone's got to eat the pins. So Ace Austin's going to eat the pins. Everybody else is going to be, booked.
Oh, they'll never lose again. Now that they have their leadership back, they'll be a tight-knit unit, and even Ace Austin will get a strong win.
like Switchblade is, because he does bring up everyone else, even by his just presence. His presence alone brings up everybody else around him, which makes him great. You can't teach that. Just quietly.
We got 5 guys now. We got Blood and Guts ready. We got them, the Bang Bang Gang
That's
against the Death Riders, because I'm already calling it. Blood
and like Kenny says, on this day I got Alzheimer's.
So this
I forgot about that song.
Yeah, same here.
This man hits a Blade Runner on was it Finley? Finley, or was it the other guy?
Yeah, no,
okay, Finley, and then he gets the spear, and that's it. And the CSC Wrestling Factory get their win. And Christian, though, not a fan of Jay White, because they remember the business that they were doing when he left.
About time, and I bet you that wasn't Tony's idea. That was Christian doing that.
Probably. Okay.
Did Jay White, again, my Alzheimer's is kicking in, did Jay White and the Bang Bang Gang do something to Christian's patriarchy? That's why we don't see Nick Wayne and everybody else?
No, they injured him, didn't he? Didn't Christian injure Jay White?
No, it was the Death Riders.
Oh, it was too. You're right. Shit.
Mm-hmm. I know my stories on the Death Riders. Don't worry, Jimmy.
There's something that did happen between. I know it's there, but I can't like.
Yeah, they were into some kind of shit, but again, I forgot. So it doesn't. It's been 10 years. How am I supposed to remember 10 years?
How long has it been? Honestly, over a year, right? Since he's been back.
Yeah, it's
at least.
It's been at least 1 year.
It's
could be some change on that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's been 1 year, aka one Roman Reigns entrance.
Yeah.
All right.
Absolutely.
But all right. So speaking of long, we got the show keep going, and we got a nice long match for you guys, wasting everybody's time. Maya World versus Mercedes Moné for the Owen Hart Women's Championship.
This went forever. Yeah.
Well, at least we learned one thing after this, guys, that Tony Khan is not completely crazy.
He's not.
Because Mercedes Moné is a two-time Owen Hart Cup champion.
Back to back, wasn't it?
And the experiment, the Maya World experiment, is
done and dusted.
Delayed a little bit.
It's delayed. There's plans for Maya World.
Please.
Unless
Jimmy, there's 2 ways you can look at this for Maya World. I'm glad that me and Vet talked about this last week, Jimmy, while you was doing the.
That story was all for nothing, Prof.
No. But again,
I'm joking. I'm being sarcastic.
I'm just saying there was trepidation on the professor's part. That's why I said I go with common sense. Tony Khan did common sense booking here, but there was something that made the professor a little bit trepidatious.
I don't know how and why. I know why, but
yeah, but to think Maya World. But now with the experiment delayed, there's 2 options. Is Maya World going to be the girl that's going to take the Forever Championship away from Athena? Or is Maya World, are they just feeding because again, I call it a demotion, Vet. If you're just going to bring her down to Ring of Honor for the Honor Club, you did all this. Yeah, you bring her, you do all this for Maya World just to stay on Honor Club? No, you got to at least keep her on Dynamite. You got to keep her on Collision. So that's one option. Or the second option is, of course, the TBS Championship after all this survival of the fullest. Yes,
I mean, you could say that, but then at the same time, I could also say, well, you're keeping Athena on Ring of Honor, and she's already done all this stuff. So, I don't give a shit what happens to Maya World. I don't care if she ever wrestles again, to be honest, because I just, like I already laid out, past 2 weeks, there's nothing there. There's no star power. There's no ability. There's nothing that she can really offer the wrestling business in that kind of a sense. This whole thing has been a pity thing, and that's not the right reason. That's not the right reason to do something. Not for everyone else, and not for the person who you're pitying, because they're gonna always feel like they only got this because of what happened to them. It's a bad position to put her in. So regardless, my opinion aside, it was Tony Khan's opinion that Mercedes gets to win this match. And then afterwards, here comes Athena with Renee on the side, which they don't normally do this, but she's like in the breezeway or something interviewing Athena. Athena's like, yeah, that's what I fucking thought. You're a loser. You got lucky one time. You know, you can't, but this is what was supposed to happen. Yada, yada, yada. So Athena cuts a scathing promo on Maya World right there.
Which shows that option A. But I also think option B is now, she's going to be on TV on AEW Dynamite and Collision a little bit more than we all think. That's what I'm just saying. It's going to be weird to me.
Yeah. Now Hammer disagrees with me, but I will compromise with the Hammer. Say if Hammer could work with Maya World, then maybe there would be something there. But since until that happens, I'm sticking with me. But if Hammer can work with her and do that, then yeah, my monitor went out.
Can I retort it? Can I just retort just one more thing,
please?
Now, Rey Mysterio in 2006 took advantage of the pity and sympathy with Eddie Guerrero. It got him to the World Heavyweight Championship. Remember, because if Eddie Guerrero did not pass away, God rest his soul,
he would have won the World Championship.
Rey Mysterio was not going to be in the plans of 2006 to be the World Heavyweight Champion. So there is a shelf life for pittiness. It lasted for a year for him, give or take.
Well, I'm going to not hold it against you that you just compared one of the greatest who ever lived to Maya World.
No. I'm just talking about the pity thing. That's all
I know. I know, but if you get a little bit of a pity push and you just so happen to be one of the greatest who ever lived, okay, circumstances allow. You know, you could carry that. And Ray tried to carry it, but it was never going to work because they didn't want to do it. You know what I mean? Same way they didn't want to do it with Daniel Bryan, or they didn't want to do it with Kofi Kingston, but they did it anyway. They didn't want to do it with Big E, but they did it anyway. They just did stuff, and it never meant anything, and it should have. It should have meant something for all those guys, you know? But it was just we got to do this, but we'll fuck it up so that everybody will think we were right to never do it before. So anyway, we'll see what happens with Maya next, but I don't just asking about specifically the Athena booking. I mean, I wouldn't do that either. And there's been many, many great challengers ahead of Maya World that have failed in this past 1,300 days. So it'd be really weird if she was the one to do it. And there's even been many times when Athena has laid down for somebody in a non-title match that led to a title match in which she retained the title. So they could do that again. Whatever it is. But my message to Maya is the same as I would to any wrestler. Go out there, get your money, do your thing. Don't listen to what I say. Prove me wrong, whatever. I'm just laying it down to you. But that's different than personally. You still got to do your job. You still got to make that money. And I'm not telling you don't do that. I'm just telling Tony Khan, don't book him. But
Matt did this was, my goodness, Tegan Knox. This could have been you, girl. Could have been talking about you, and this Vet could have had the same kind of criticisms or analysis on Tegan Knox if she just decided.
Oh, please. Tegan Knox would have been a double amputee by now.
I'm glad she wasn't hired anyway. Thank God.
All right. Next up is the blood or guts match. It's not quite a blood and guts because there's only one. It's only one ring, but they do have a fresh new cage. Jimmy, do you like the colander cage?
No, it's stupid. I don't know. To me, it looked weird.
You don't like it?
No, I didn't like
Professor? Do you like this cheese grater looking cage they had?
I looked at it as like UFC. I thought I was calling it the pit. That was the pit cage to me.
But it was even rounder.
Yeah, but
it was impressively round.
It was very, very round.
It was a Hell in a Cell pit.
Yeah. I kind of liked it. I didn't like anything that happened in it. Let's put it that right out there.
Sucked balls bad.
I completely disavow everything that ever happened with any of these guys. I'm gonna pretend that the power of the phone was way too much. But even with the power of the phone, I could feel it around the phone, permeating my space. It's like, oh, Kyle with the Nintendo. Oh. I just couldn't fully escape it, just like they couldn't escape the cage unless, maybe they tried.
And what's worse, it went for over 30 fucking minutes, man.
I mean, the time limit, every match, 18, at least minimum was 18 minutes, 18 and up. That's all.
How are you supposed to enjoy something when you got back to back to back to back with this?
You can't.
Exactly. That's the problem.
Yeah. Wait,
understand that shit?
Well, at least I'll say this, because again, well, this is the sickos thing. Maybe the sickos a little bit hypocritical here, but there's certain things within the cage that you could like that's entertaining in the WWE sense. You could, I mean, whether you like the Leo Rush in a Ziploc bag spot, again, it's subjective to
that was one of the less crazy things.
Yeah, but it's entertaining. That's all I'll just say. And then you have a booby trap on top of the cage for what was it? Kevin Willie. Let's talk about it. Set up by Darby Allin. Went boom again.
Luckily, he went up there to go and mess with that when he could have just ignored it. But
should I be doing terrorist type of things in professional wrestling just quietly, fellas? Seriously.
Yeah, why not? It worked out for Muhammad Hassan.
So. Oh, absolutely. Look at him now.
Yeah, he's doing great.
He actually is doing great.
Yeah, he is doing great. Good for him. But here's the thing. I got nothing. So anything else you guys want to say?
There is one thing of let's talk about common sense if you want to. Again,
I don't.
We got to talk about Andrade.
Even that was fucking a bad spot to do it. Like in my opinion. I don't know.
But Jimmy, think about this. Andrade for at least, the match went 30 minutes and 50 seconds.
That's right.
So Andrade committed, Vet, this is all, I'm just talking about common sense here. He committed at least 25 minutes to be Team Don Callis, then do his thing against MJF because he wanted a shot at the title, and then takes off his shirt saying fuck Don Callis and fuck MJF. For me,
wait, Professor. Before anybody that's listening, who may not have seen this or whatever, that's not the Professor saying or describing the feelings that Andrade had. He literally had fuck Don Callis and fuck MJF written on his t-shirt for everyone to see. So I just want to clarify that in case people thought you were just using that as a figure of speech.
Hopefully. Well, the Hami Knights is so smart. They know this. They don't got that Alzheimer's. It's not kicking in just yet. But I'm just saying, he committed 25 minutes to be Team Don Callis, had this shirt underneath him, so it could be the big pop after 25 minutes.
25.
For me, Vet, maybe I'm wrong here, but you're the man, OVW days with critical thinking, if you will.
Yeah, we did this all the time.
Wouldn't it been prudent for Andrade to maybe get the leg of MJF within the first 30 seconds, wear the shirt and just bolt it out of the cage and let it be 5-on-4?
That would make sense, Prof, but not in this case.
But I'm just saying, if you're gonna have a shirt, you're gonna milk something like that. And you're committed to beating up people.
25 minutes, bro.
Yeah, 25 minutes. Well, I'm just saying. Again, maybe that's very nitpicky, Vet. I'm just saying, but he's been wanting to be the champion. He's been wanting a title shot. He felt slighted and cheated, and he's and you even saw those vignettes of Don Callis kind of talking down to Andrade. And How'd you know? Yes.
How'd you know?
How I know that this doesn't make sense sometimes.
Okay. I will, for the sake of playing along, I will try to make it make at least a tiny bit of sense.
Thank you.
I will not say I endorse this thinking. I will not say I would book this. I will just try to justify or cope with it. How'd you know? A man is allowed to hedge his bets. If Team MJF goes in there and wipes the floor with these guys in 5 minutes, then he never needs to tear his shirt off. He could just go along with it, and he'll get his title shot eventually, one way or the other. But perhaps he got so fed up after 25 minutes of beatings that he's like, you know what? I'm definitely taking my shirt off. I'm definitely letting everybody know that I'm the reason that this guy's going to lose. So,
but how did you know?
That's exactly.
We knew the spot, Jimmy. Let's just say we knew the spot. It just didn't need to take 30 minutes and 50 seconds to get to the spot.
That's right. That's what's ridiculous about. That's why it took me right out of it once that happened. I was like, really?
Or maybe he went in there with the full intent, I'm going to turn on this guy right away. And then before he could even do anything, the conglomeration jumped him. So he just had to fight the whole time just for his life and try to survive the match just till he could get to the spot where he rips the shirt off. He was probably trying to rip the shirt off the whole time, and he kept getting jumped by Orange Cassidy and Kyle.
I would co-sign with you, but there were certain spots within this 30 minutes and 50 seconds, unless my Alzheimer's is kicking in, where Andrade and MJF worked together on certain people.
They did.
What's all I'm saying? What's all I'm saying?
Well, that's where the agents got to lay this stuff out. Anyways, enough about this bullshit. He does contribute to the downfall of MJF, although it's Jake Doyle who ends up getting the J Driller, and Mark Briscoe will get his title shot, and we will
talk about it.
Talk about this. Little breather before we get to our main event. Willow Nightingale gets a vignette, and she's getting a new tattoo, guys. So you know she's serious. She's coming back with a vengeance and a new tattoo. All right. Lexi with Mark Briscoe. He's saying he wants his title shot this Wednesday. If you could hear him say that, because the audio was completely cutting out to the point that the fans were booing because they couldn't hear half of Mark Briscoe's promo, or like 75%.
You know why the audio was bad? Because they had everything prepared on the stairs and they didn't do it there.
True.
Yeah.
True.
Well, guys, as if you didn't see enough foolishness and madness for the entire 5.5 hours preceding this, here comes Swerve versus Bruv for the Owen Hart Men's Championship. And these guys, I will say this for them. Before the match started, I had some sympathy for them because they had to follow everything else that came on this show, which was everything from just regular mat wrestling to bleeding all over the place to storylines with presidents of companies and all the different things. We've got a little bit of everything and everyone tonight. And then these guys had to go at it. So I was like, oh, these poor guys got to follow this whole show. And then I saw how they followed it. And I was like, well, I guess there wasn't anything else for you to do but this, but I still hated it. And fuck both of you. But what did you guys think?
I agree. I couldn't get into this match, and really on paper, I should have been pretty hyped for it, but I don't know, man. It was too long at this point. I was done by this match.
Maybe the placement. This should have been.
It should have been the main event.
I think the cage should have been the main event.
That should have been the main event
because of the clusterfuck that they did. And all
this, it could have ended right there.
You could have ended it right there. But again, by the time we get here, this is already 12 o'clock East Coast time, Jimmy. So I'm already like tired. I'm already sleepy. And again,
I was sick.
It does a disservice for these two guys that are trying to put on. For Dave Meltzer, who was sitting front row, he was salivating. I can't believe it. 5 3/4 stars. I can't believe this. By the way, Vet, did you know this? There's another little partial news here, but we don't have to talk about this. We don't have to get in depth with this. Dave Meltzer did not give a star rating to Maya World and Mercedes. He's waiting to watch the match himself on TV. He was there. Every other match, he gave stars. But for some strange reason, he did not want to give Mercedes and Maya World the star ratings match.
Maybe he had his tongue out the whole match, if you get what I mean.
Maybe he was bored and went to get a soda. He went to get a soda, and then that's why he can't give a star rating.
Could be
weird. It's very weird. But with this match, again, they did what they did. Was it better than the shit that they did maybe in 2024? I don't think so. I think that one had more meaning, more investment. Even though this is the Owen Hart, and it's supposed to have more meaning because this is the Owen Hart. But like we've been talking about, and Vet has said so eloquently, these are levels for Billy Goat's ascension into the Death Riders, which we will talk about in a couple of minutes. But now this is another layer. So how evil can Billy Goat get, especially against the most dangerous man in AEW? So that's where you have to look at this match. That's the way I'll look at it.
This is Rocky 3 and Rocky 5 put together, it seems.
You calling Swerve Clubber Lang?
Well,
Swerve is fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in the Terminator. If he loses a match in under half an hour and anything less than a gun from now on,
a gun, right?
Like what are you guys talking about? Like, what was this? Like, you You ruined every other match. You not only did you ruin every other match on this show, but you ruined every other match you guys are ever going to have. You
Get
know,
to the chopper.
I don't want to see Will Ospreay ever lose a match, ever again after this. He better never lose again, because what could beat him? You know.
And for the IWC, this is a hot take, because I remember at the Night of Champions, I think you can, for Vet, I think you could say this: Seth Rollins had no business beating Braun Breaker, because you could say, where's Braun Breaker going? So now I'm going to say this: there's no reason for Swerve to lose now. What the hell are we going to do with Swerve? This man's been a former champion. Okay, so what? What's going to go after Bandito's ROH title, which he should have in the first place? But I'm just saying, if you're going to have that same energy for Braun, IWCites, then have the same energy for Swerve, because you're not doing anything with him now. And this man has character. He should have been the EVP. You talk about a fumble of a story. If Swerve was EVP, I would not have any problem with it. He could have lost this match and then pull his EVP card out on Dynamite. Say, you know what? We got a ruling on the play. Instant replay showed that my shoulders were up, so I'm gonna get another Owen Hart Cup match or something. No. Or I win by a technicality, something stupid, or I get my title shot no matter what. I'm gonna implement a triple threat for All In Wembley because I got my EVP card. You don't want entertainment. You don't want entertainment, Tony. You don't want entertainment.
This is entertaining to him, because this is what we got. We got this match where apparently all it takes to have what's considered an unbelievable match of a lifetime in today's day and age is if you just kick out of stuff.
Yep.
That's all you need, because that's the same thing that we're talking about with Braun and Seth. Just kick out of stuff. Why not? Just do it. Mm-hmm. You know, don't like make anything mean anything. Just kick out of everything so that nobody can do anything. That's all you got to do.
There's no meaning anymore to matches. It just doesn't. I don't know, man. Like everything doesn't mean shit with all the near finishes. You know, remember the time I was saying this even on Insanity, where a DDT used to actually mean 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
The wrestlers like to say to the non-wrestlers, to the fans, that you don't understand, you've never been in the ring. But correct me if I'm wrong, and I hate to say this, and this is a hot take now, but I feel like the wrestlers absolutely fucked wrestling completely. I'm talking about today's generation of pro wrestlers have totally killed wrestling.
Well, everybody worked hand in hand to fuck it up.
Right.
Like the fans did, the wrestlers did, and most importantly, the promoters did, because the promoters in any given promotion can be the ones that say, don't do that. We're not allowing that. And WWE does ban certain things. And they do say you can't do this, or we're not going to do this, or some moves are banned, or some angles they won't do, or whatever. So they lay the law down, but not on everything. And it just gets to be too much. But they're the ones that have the final say. Now, Tony's not going to step in and tell a wrestler what they can and can't do.
Oh, absolutely.
So we're not going to get anything like that. But these guys aren't going to know any better, even after all these years. You know, it's just... But to them, it doesn't matter, because, you know, to quote another line from Rocky, there is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. Just do it all tonight. Don't worry about tomorrow. You might die. So might as well get stars from Dave, just in case you get hit by a bus tomorrow. Oh, wait, Darby Allin did get hit by a bus.
He did.
Well, anyways, yeah, regardless, that's what they're going to do. They're all going to go out there and steal the show every night. Now, to what Professor is saying, so you could have had this match on the under part of the card. They could have done less, got Will Ospreay a win. When Will Ospreay goes to Wembley for the title, now he's got a match with Swerve you could have, and then they could do this bullshit in that match when they are the main event of a card and when they are the focus of a pay-per-view. But when this is supposed to be the one-off, fun, fantasy booking, ultimate dream match type thing that doesn't matter and doesn't need storylines other than, you know, Stardom presidents. Mm-hmm. This is just too much. It's too much. But so has been this whole show is too much, and we don't want our show to be too much, so we got to move on at some point. But
you done for the record, well, actually, with timing.
For the record, Will Ospreay hit everyone in the company's finisher on Swerve and then a Tiger Driver at the end to beat him.
The finish was stupid as well because the finisher before the finish was just pointless.
Yeah, and then the Death Riders hoisted Will up. Hip hip hooray! 3 cheers for Will Ospreay.
I did it, shit.
Yeah,
that's basically what's going on.
Not yet. Like I said, not yet. Watch that. The symbolism, Jimmy. That's going to happen again, and then we're going to get that Triple H thing.
Exactly. He's right.
We see it coming.
Yuck.
Unless they don't. Who knows? Maybe they could do that to Garcia.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
They turn on Garcia. Oh my God, you ain't won a match yet. You couldn't even beat Drilla Maloney.
Or what's worse, and I know they won't do this, but I'm just doing a little fantasy booking here. They all turn on Moxley, and it was Ospreay all along that was controlling all these things. God. Can you imagine? We're like, oh my God, the Seekers have become crazy. Don't be surprised though if they do that.
I've been asking for that for 6 months. There was stories.
Oh, you might get, but you won't get it, unfortunately.
But I don't want to make. But there's only one problem with that. I don't want to make Moxley any more of a hero. That's going to put him more in the hero driver's seat.
He's not going to be your hero. He's going to be all of our heroes, Vet. Come by the end of the year,
I don't want any of that. I don't even want it to be a hero sandwich. I don't want any John Moxley anymore. None.
By the way, Vet, there is a Dynamite we got to talk about, right? We got to talk about Dynamite. We got to talk about
Dynamite because he gets more hero-ish on this show. That's
we got to talk about the heroism. We got to talk about the heroism of John Moxley even more.
My notes are already pulled up. I have got that we are starting Dynamite with a post Forbidden Door. This has happened at Forbidden Door. Post match, Will Ospreay a bloody mess, but celebrating with his wife. And then he's like, "Get out of here. Go clean yourself up because you just hugged me." And then he has a heart-to-heart with John Moxley, who just steps in and interrupts his tender moment to be an asshole like he always does. But maybe not that much of an asshole because after he gives him the heart-to-heart speech, he gives Will Ospreay his Death Rider wings. Here you go, buddy. You can pin this on your jacket.
I thought that was a swastika medallion. I was like, what?
The Death's head. The Death Rider's head. He gives him his little wings. And then Kenny Omega comes up, and then Kenny has a heart-to-heart with him. And then MJF makes a cameo saying, "Fuck you, Billy," or whatever he says.
Fuck you, Billy.
Can we say this, Vet? Because we've been talking about this for weeks. You know, Tony, I don't know why, but he's so influenced by the Sickos because the Sickos been influenced Tony to talk about the Kenny Omega thing, or maybe it's the Meltzer thing, maybe it's the Meltzer play, but they were talking about Kenny Omega in this conundrum, if you will, between himself, Ospreay. That's why they've been talking about All In Wembley, Ospreay versus Omega, and now we almost, Jimmy, it might come to fruition. He's too influenced not to tell a proper story, maybe just too influenced just to give the match that people want. He made that same mistake with Okada and Omega and All In Texas. Just because you just want to see it on American soil, so what? Right. Or on AEW in his company, just so he can have his toys do what he, dance for me, toys, dance for me. So what? Just tell a proper story. You didn't need that because Vet, you and I have said for storylines and even for Wembley, I don't mind seeing MJF versus Billy Goat in front of 50,000 people. But I think Tony's going to be influenced. I'm just saying, Vet.
Starting to believe you, but we're not there yet. First, we got to get past Mark Briscoe versus MJF for the 12th time or whatever it's been. Look,
I don't mind rivalry. I don't mind rivalries, Vet. This is a great rivalry.
Me neither. But we already knew, right, Jimmy? That's what you were gonna say. Yeah, we already knew it was inevitable. Not Ace Austin. We're not talking about him. We're talking about the inevitable booking of
this match.
We have to. Yeah, sorry.
And
Mark.
it goes the same way. I've seen this match before, exactly the same, like as the previous matches that they had. Briscoe bleeds, MJF wins. Like it's the same shit. And the match wasn't bad, right? Put out all that shit aside. The match was decent, but still, I've seen this a million times. We knew, like you said, Vet, that Briscoe was not going to win. Unfortunately, I don't understand why you do these type of bookings anyway in the first place. Why?
I guess just to get people to watch your show.
Does it make people watch the show? I don't think it does.
Sometimes,
or does it? I don't know.
I mean, in the past, when AEW has had an advertised main event, they have done a better number sometimes in the past than they have when they just randomly do stuff.
But do people truly believe that Mark Briscoe is going to be? That's the thing.
But that was the thing. But that was the thing, Jimmy. You had the story weeks, and then you got the cage.
Oh, and that's cool.
He got a semi payoff, and now he is getting his chance again. You're doing it for your brother. You're doing
he's
it for
his freaking loser all the time, over and over and over.
But
and over.
he did. The last match he beat MJF,
he did
but
beat
MJF
him,
wasn't
but it
the
wasn't
champion.
a title.
So now that you can say this, but now you can say the story is about MJF getting the win back. Who knows? I'm just saying.
Well, they didn't even say that. They didn't even play up in that.
Well, I'm a sicko, right? I guess I have to remember this story. Wow. I'm a sicko. He avenged the loss that Briscoe gave him.
If only they mentioned it.
Yeah, I know. I always have that. I always had that problem.
And for Vet to be like that, that's a shame because he loves Mark Briscoe, man.
Look, I'm no, it's about this it's about this discussion of back and forth. It's like, look, all you need to know is that Mark Briscoe tried his best and he didn't get it done on this day. Okay.
Okay, fair enough.
MJF was the worst, the better man, and by better I mean worse because he was a cheater, but he was better at cheating than Mark Briscoe. Look, okay, so that's what happened. Okay, and Mark Briscoe is eventually going, if he survives long enough and doesn't kill himself, like doing these matches like this, and if he takes care of himself, you can bet that one day he's going to hoist that championship up. If they make Darby do it,
well, yeah, that's true.
They're going to let Mark Briscoe do it, but it could be a while from now. But the more he doesn't win it, the more people will want to see him win it. Just like Darby. Right. Like, people were very happy that Darby won it because he kept coming up short all those times. Or Sami Zayn, coming up short all those times. And I know the internet gets mad at it, but in reality, people are like, yeah, good for you.
I predicted that was going to happen. It was about time. Like, really, it was due to happen. Like, you saw it coming.
So anyway.
And it will be about time, Jimmy, for Mark Briscoe to get the AEW title.
I think next year it will be his time. After Ospreay has his run, I think it will be Briscoe's turn sometime next year.
So anyway, after MJF wins, he gets the ring out of his, cock, and then he punches Mark Briscoe with the ring, and then the medical staff tries to tend to Mark Briscoe, who's bleeding all over the place. Yeah. Covered in ball sweat, and just... Yeah, I hope that hair wasn't transplanted anywhere else. So
it's off, man.
So the medical staff
you do notice that you can't really apply a headlock to MJF. it's a slippery thing. Just saying.
The medical staff comes in and tries to
tries
to check on Mark Briscoe, and then MJF menaces the medical staff like he's going to attack them, and then Omega has to come in to make the save, and then he's like, I challenge you to a world heavyweight title match tonight. And MJF's like, no. He says, no, but you could do it next week with the stipulation, of course, that if you lose, you will never be champion again, just like Hang Person. So
I hate the stipulation. They got to stop doing this shit because Kenny Shorty's not going to win it, right? I mean, is he? Is he not? I don't know.
Let's keep talking about the show and not ask where we're going with this just yet. We got a lot of shows.
That's my trademark. I have to ask these.
That's right. Well, you can ask it later. Not now.
Right. Okay.
Because Kenny has the whole show to think about this.
Yes,
he has the whole show to think about it. So he's got to think about it, putting his career on the line.
That's right.
All right. Renee is with Maxwell Jacob Friedman now. He says there's payback coming for Andrade. He lists all of the challengers that he's already beat as a title holder. And then Ospreay comes up and is like, why do you have to he's had the same question Jimmy had. He's like, why do you keep doing this stipulation, bruv?
What's true?
Like, why do you have to make Kenny Omega retire? And
where are we going with this, bro?
Yeah, where are we going with this,
Even
Max?
he's
and
confused,
Max,
bros.
Yeah.
God.
And Max says, you know why? Because I'm the champ. Woo! So
yeah, that was Ric Flair.
That's basically what he says. I mean,
absolutely, fucking spot
long
on.
Story short, that's what he says. He says because he's the champ. That's why.
And he does that Flair face. And, wow, I'm the champ. Yeah.
So
which I have no problem with.
No,
He is
I
the
know,
champ.
but it's funny.
He's a championship champ. He's a heel champ. You got to earn this thing. This is what I've been talking about. Sometimes you need to be a puppeteer. You don't need to defend your title every week. You don't need to do everything every week.
Well,
That's
he's
the problem.
slowly becoming the people's champion too with all these title defenses for crying out loud.
And you know what I'm glad he doesn't do anymore that he used to do? Instead of just making everybody retire, which he always should have done.
Yeah.
Or like not get the title anymore. He used to make people go through an entire gauntlet of wrestlers to get a shot at him, and now we just skip all that. So
I miss those great days, though. Those are great.
Do you?
Days. That's 6 weeks worth of build.
Well, with your My AEW account, you can relive all of those days on demand.
Oh yeah.
Shivani brings out Andrade, and then the Don Callis family attacks him, and then they remove the trash from the ring.
Literally.
How he know?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Mercedes cuts a promo and
a promo of sorts.
No, it's just it's like a promo that's at some sort of yacht club or something. But
I still think this is a promo yet. I mean, I consider it that.
No, because they didn't cut in any other footage of.
Oh, okay, true.
Yeah, that's the difference. That's how you get a promo yet. If they would have cut in match footage, then it would have been a promo yet.
Hey, they don't even go back to reminding you that she lost all those belts. Never happened.
They never even said anything ever.
That's where Alzheimer's kicks in for a lot of people. Well, we're not going to talk about that.
We're not here to talk about the past.
Yes.
Exactly.
So Jet Willie versus Lio Rush. Now, I don't know if you guys caught this, but I thought I heard it and I wasn't sure, so I rewound it. Justin Roberts, when he announced him, he says, "Now slithering to the ring."
Yeah, he did say that. Yeah, right. That was awesome. That was great.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Lio Rush ain't winning this either. So that happened, and then Darby comes out afterwards, and he challenges the Jet for his TNT title.
His belt.
And
we go from World Championship to TNT Championship now, Vet.
Well, it's
it's the number. It's the number 3 belt. It's the number 3 belt, Jimmy. Remember this. Behind the Continental. It's number 3.
It's a personal payback thing, but he just so happens to have a championship. So Darby knows that will hurt Kevin's heart if he takes the title from him. It's not about Darby winning it. It's about Kevin not having it. That's psychology.
That's the psychology, right?
It doesn't matter because Don Callis won't let the Jet accept Darby's challenge. He calls Darby a psychotic criminal and says he should be locked up and no match. So there you go.
We're not going to talk about it then, I guess.
Yeah,
and we're not going to talk about Kevin Willie being owed a title shot too. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, what happened to that? What happened to that?
That Alzheimer's just kicks in.
Wait. I mean, come on. There's a lot of things going on right now. Kenny Omega's first in line.
Fuck, that's so.
Well, speaking of psychotics, Ciampa is with Renee, and then he gets jumped by Jericho, and then they're brawling all the way to the outside, and then he literally attempted to use a power drill on Chris Jericho's brain, and then finally some security came and broke this foolishness up.
One of the secrets they need to call the cops like they used to do on the NWO back in WCW days, right?
You think so?
You think there would be a secret that's going to call the cops about this?
No, they're smart enough to know this is Hollywood right now. They're smart.
Sure?
Are
you sure? All right.
It's got to be gunshots. If it's not gunshots,
it's not gunshot. God damn.
Gunshots ain't real.
That's all that's missing now. We need gunshots. 100%.
That's the only way you're going to beat Will Ospreay now. You just got to shoot him. You just got to shoot him.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you got Ricochet as a power. Get it?
Oh, Lord.
The Elite is deliberating on Kenny's career-altering decision here, and Renee comes in to interrupt them, and she's like, you guys come to a decision yet? And they're like, no, Renee, we're still trying to talk about it. This took a long time. It doesn't matter. They have no answer. Ospreay and Moxley team up to face the Lethal Twist. You can imagine where that goes. I wish they were the Swirl. I wonder if they got some legal action or something why they had to change it. Because what the hell's a twist?
I guess a twist of chocolate and vanilla.
And Meltzer probably gave this 4 3/4 stars. So,
I think he did.
Yeah.
Who would know? Lexi is with CSC Wrestling
I love
Factory post Forbidden Door. This is after the Forbidden Door, during Forbidden Door, whatever. But this is where Christian Cage says he still has heat with Jay White and walks out on Cope.
And then he's like, oh, I don't know, like, yeah, whatever.
Are you guys happy though that he's not trying to make Cope a thing anymore?
Like
he
yeah,
just says Adam
I hate the
Copeland
Cope shit. The Cope is just ridiculous. Just call him the Rated R superstar. That's it.
Well, speaking of
I wanted Cope and Chris.
Yeah.
Cope and Chris. Yeah, we're coping all right. Speaking of the
Switchy,
you know,
guns up.
it's bang time. Yeah. So,
Yes.
So this is what Professor's been waiting for. Jay White has got to address some issues in this promo.
You want to talk about addressing. You want to talk about addressing. My man just said what I've been saying for 6 months. The hell is wrong with you sickos? The hell is wrong with you cheering for the Death Riders? The hell is wrong with you calling John Moxley the people's champion? What the hell is wrong?
He's been listening. He's been listening.
What the hell is wrong with y'all with attempted murders, bagging, cucking, and all that stuff, and making Billy go into a young boy, and we're doing this, and you're cheering for this. Thank you, Jay White. I don't, Professor's Perspective Awards. I might give Jay White. He's on the precipice for Wrestler of the Year. He might be there, Vet. I ain't saying it's just it's a Grand Slam T, but for that promo alone, I was like, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, Jay.
Yeah,
I agree.
He's pretty
Points
good.
that I'm missing too, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, the other people in the Bang Bang Gang missed him pretty much.
They really missed him. Yeah, they needed him.
No more catering for us.
Right. He got in there. He hit all his points. He got out. It was, Now I'm not as big a fan of fan favorite Jay White, but we know what's coming. We know it's never going to last for long.
Yeah, it is weird, but people love him, dude. I think people appreciate how good he truly is, man. Like, because he is.
Well,
and
we've
seen
seen
him
way to
from the
become
start,
a baby
man.
face in 2026, Jimmy.
Right, exactly. A cool fucking heel, right? I mean, it is what it is.
Unless you're Shane Taylor Promotions, because you will never be liked by anybody as long as you are Shane Taylor and your promotions. But they are going to challenge the Bang Bang Gang. Like, oh, you guys are back? Well, we want to have a match. So Collision, get 3 other people and fight us. So we'll see about that.
But there was one faux pas to that promo that Shane Taylor was saying. We've been running Collision. What? They were running Collision?
What?
They just got beat. That's what he said. I mean, again, this is the beauty of the heel. I'm not going to be a hypocrite because
you can lie.
The heel's job is to lie. It was just funny to me here, like we've been running Collision, but then just 2 weeks ago they got destroyed by the Death Riders. It was so funny. Mm-hmm. Not that I don't like it. I just wanted to point out. That's the job of the heel. Forget everything. Alzheimer's is a good thing.
And in this case, absolutely.
Well, don't worry. We got something for you not to like, because here comes the survival of the fittest match. Boy, did we take a long road to get here. But we're finally here. It is Chris Statlander versus Micah versus Harley Cameron versus Persephone versus Queen Aminata versus Hikaru Shida. And right off the bat, I love this psychology because Chris Statlander is angry at Persephone for trying to win a match by beating Harley Cameron. Stat's like, hey, I like her. Don't pin her. Just great. Love
they
it.
thought they were all friends, Vet. They were all together.
Well, much for Harley's big chance. Like, if she was going to win a belt, this was a good chance to do it in a random elimination match with a bunch of people, but she got eliminated first, actually.
I will say this. The right woman won, in my humble opinion. And the right woman did the shortcuts as Persephone did during this whole match. In my opinion, that was great. So I have no problem with this match, except for that beginning psychology, as Vet alluded to.
Well, I got one other question. Because the Vet might be vexed. I may need to turn to a professor for this, but
I love it when he's vexed.
It gets down to Statlander and Shida. Obviously, the final 2 that you would expect of the people that have had the most heat. Once friends, now enemies, and it's for a title. So the question is, in a match that's an elimination match, should I nitpick the idea of a belt shot not causing a disqualification.
Well,
because Persephone grabs the belt after she's been eliminated. She grabs the belt, and on her way out, she's like, bink, on Statlander, whose head is through the ropes. Now, the referee just watched this happen. He's like, duh, because God forbid anybody distract a referee in this friggin' company. So my thing is, can you just disqualify Shida for this belt shot technically? Or does Survival of the Fittest have its own set of rules? I know you're familiar with the NWA rule set, but
well, not the NWA rules, but as we've progressed into multi-mans, Vet, no matter it was triple threats and ECW and all this fatal four ways, the referee's discretion is utilized in multi-person situations where you can call it or you don't have to call it. That's all I'll just say. I'm not saying it's the right thing, but it's been lax for so many years. So I can't. Who was the referee? I don't care who. Bryce Winsberg. I don't care if it was him, but he has every right to either disqualify or give Statlander the title or let it go. I'm glad he made the right decision and let it go because the right woman won.
We're so used to these matches just being a cluster and an excuse to get the title off somebody without beating somebody. But because this is an elimination, each individual elimination counts. So people should be able to be disqualified since it won't end the match necessarily. But I'll just take the professor's answer. He took his discretion. Just like they always have the discretion to not count to 5 whenever people are doing double teams for 20 minutes in a tag team match.
5.
Which I'm sure we won't see on this show.
I heard it was a 50 count until they do that, actually, Vet. That's the word on the street.
So Shida is the TBS champion. There you go. Good for her. Okay, Billy the Fraud, as he was called, attempts to appeal to Kenny,
please,
saying
bruv,
like, "Hey, you don't have to do this, bruv. Yeah, please don't. It's your career, bruv, or whatever. It's not his career. It's just not winning the belt he's already had."
Wait, are you saying I can't win it, Billy?
Yeah. Right.
No, bruv. I love you, bruv. I know you can win it, bruv.
So they hug each other, they hug and kiss each other, and then Kenny goes out to the ring, and Kenny's of course going to take a long-winded way to say that yes, he's going to challenge, but everything he said didn't mean anything. All he had to say was,
I accept.
Well, but the reason why you accept this is because it's like, look, I don't have like a bunch of years more to win the title.
Right. That's the
so if I don't win the title, I'm almost at the end anyway. Even if I do win the title, I'm almost at the end. So why wouldn't I take the gamble? He could have just said that and moved on and saved us 10 minutes. But he's got to do his thing. And then Max attacks him, of course. And security pours into the ring. Pat Buck was out there groping everybody, which that's a long old inside joke. But if Serge Zilla's here, I'm sure he'll pop for it.
Can the professor be perplexed about something here?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm just saying.
Well, okay, you can be perplexed about this. This is what I was perplexed about. Kenny is holding a microphone at the end of the show as they pull a crowd of people, pushes MJF to the back, and Kenny's in the ring holding a microphone, and he's yelling at MJF with the microphone at his side.
That's
but
one
anyways,
thing. That's one
little thing.
Now, we can look at it from many different ways here. And the one thing is you're wasting it on free TV. You got a max deal. You're supposed to pay $39.99.
Come on, dude. It's beach breaks.
I understand that, but the stipulation garners a $39.99 pay-per-view, Jimmy. That's the thing. This is Kenny's career. You had to pay $39 or $49.99 for Cody to not get an opportunity for the AEW title. You had to pay $39.99 for Hangman Adam Page to not get the heavyweight championship opportunity again. Now you're doing this on free TV. Now, one or two things could happen. Kenny could win this Wednesday.
Right. Yeah.
And then redemption, MJF just does the automatic, I want my rematch and I'm going to get it. And
he'll win it back. It'll be a hot shot. If he does win, it'll definitely be a hot shot.
But is it worth it, though? That's my question. That's
In
why I'm
Tony's
perplexed.
eyes, yeah.
That's why I'm perplexed.
I do lean towards the hot shot of it, though.
So hot shot it like that. Kenny wins it Wednesday, and then MJF wins it at Redemption, and then we go into All In.
No.
That's
Well, he shouldn't have lost it in the first damn place.
You already knew me when I said that weeks ago.
Right. We all already agreed about that back when MJF won the title. He should have had it. He should have been beating all these people and getting everybody angry so that Will Ospreay's win will have the max value of emotional release. Like, finally, this douchebag lost the title rather than he's already lost the title or maybe once or twice or three times on the way.
Wait a minute, Vet. Since they love movies and stories from movies, could they go the kickboxer route? Where, the brother, how he got paralyzed and Van Damme becomes the guy, he trains like to become the guy to beat Tom Poe in the end.
And then they have the Taipei death match where they dip their fists in broken glass like the old style.
And everyone's going, no Sukao, the White Warrior.
Yeah, but you got to save that for the right Daniel Garcia match. You can't waste that here.
Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Could they do something like that? Well, they love movies.
Yeah, the answer is no, Jimmy. They're not going to do that.
I know, no way.
Do that. And
they
shouldn't do anything. They shouldn't have Kenny win. He should never win the title again. Sorry for that stipulation.
I do think he will win it, though. I actually do think he will. I just got a funny feeling.
Again, we've been saying this, Vet, and we'll go on to Collision, but people have been saying that
they might do it. I'm just saying they shouldn't do it.
Yeah, they shouldn't do it, but we might be seeing Ospreay and Omega at Wembley. It's happening, and it's going to play out for some strange reason.
Ospreay Omega, you think? Mm-hmm. I still think it would be Moxley and
unless you want to add MJF into the mix as a triple threat for Wembley, then fine. I'll go with MJF, Ospreay, and Omega.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. It's already becoming a mess just thinking about it. Now, just thinking about it right now, I don't know how they're going to go to that, but
we got Collision to keep going with the mess, Jimmy. Let's just go. Let's go.
Jesus, I'm looking at this. Why is there so many words on my notes for this? Collision.
You got outside
Claudio and Pac versus Shingo and Drilla Maloney teaming up.
Hey,
we get to see.
Wait, aren't they unbound? They're not unbound either.
They're bound by something.
Okay.
They're not bound. The Death Riders are not bound by the rules though, because like we were just talking about, they double and triple teamed Shingo Takagi for like 5 minutes in front of the ref and then finally beat him, which I don't get it, but there it is. And it meant nothing. Lexi is with the conglomeration. They're talking about the injured members they have. And then somebody says, what about Leo? Talking about Leo Rush, I guess. And then Takeshita comes in and says something. Like, did
the conglomeration get a pet in Leo Rush? Is that what it is? Sounds racist.
They might have. At the very end, Orange Cassidy's like, I think he likes us.
Oh, okay.
Andrade versus Brian Cage. I mean, shit, Brian Cage can't buy a win in AEW. Nothing's going to change now. He gets the DM from Andrade, and Andrade says, you think this is over? How you know?
How'd you know?
We get a Gabe Kidd vignette. He reminds us that technically the dogs are aligned with the Death Riders. We tend to forget that at times.
Oh, we get reminded, and then I got Bullet Ray. I got material for you after that. We will talk about that shit. Get mad here.
Mina Shirakawa and Thunder Rosa versus, oh my God, Becca and Zara Zacher.
Wait, hold on. Vet, you're slipping, man. You're supposed to give Mina and Thunder a nice, catchy name. Thunder Mina Cats, something like that. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I'll give you
Rosakawa, Thunder
Rosakawa.
I'll give him a pass. He was on the spot because again, this was a whole overblown wreckage here. But Vet, don't slip again.
What about this new wrestler that debuted immediately after this match, the Tekla Kid?
That's good. That's a good one.
Or would it be Spider Kid?
There you go.
Who knows?
Yeah, this is Spider-Man. Yeah, I like that one too.
All right, she says Stardom's dead, and she's got the mask to prove it. So apparently, Stardom is. I didn't know. I don't know if Dave Meltzer reported this, but Stardom folded up and they're out of business, according to Tekla. He got scooped. You got scooped, Dave.
Okada sold the shares.
Yep, that's it. So Skyflight wants to add Matt Sydal to the group, and he says, "Yeah, sure." Then we get our STP versus BBG match that we were promised. Okay. And all I have to say about this is I thoroughly enjoyed this. I sat down and calmly watched it. No fast forward, no eating lunch, no power of the phone. Just watch this. This is how you do an 8-man, Jimmy. You got to watch a lot of 8-mans over this coverage of the show, but this is one that you would have liked because, damn it, they actually did it right. And Jay made a comeback. That's how you make a comeback, guys. They made him wait until the very last person to be tagged in. He wasn't in the ring until the very hot tag. He didn't let his partners bump the entire other team before tagging him in. He just had one of the gun guys or whatever escape and tag him in. Came in, clean house.
Edge was in this 8-man, so that's not
Edge was in this match. Mm-hmm. And they showed some tremendous respect to Shane Taylor, unlike every other wrestler, because even though they did superplex him off the top of the rope, they definitely made a point of selling it and showing it and making it seem like it was much more an incredible feat of strength than that Shane Taylor could just fly around for anybody, regardless of size or psychology or whatever. So they did that. They made him look good in this match. They didn't beat him.
No, because what happens after the match, though, is what concerns me, Vet, a little bit.
Well, the Death Riders and the Dogs both come in and destroy the Bang Bang Gang. And then Finley hits Jay with the shillelagh. And then he picks up Jay after that for his superfluous shitty wrestling move. Why do wrestlers think when they make that statement with some foreign object, like a shillelagh, for instance, which is a thing designed only for attacking people? Like, there's no purpose for this. It's not like a chair or something that you use as a weapon. It's like, this was a weapon actually, and it's designed to strike people in the head and face. And you think your shitty wrestling move needs to be something after this. They do this all the time in WWE, where they'll hit somebody with like a million things and like throw them all in the steel posts and the stairs and the barricades and the tables and the guardrails and everything, and then they'll pick him up for like a body he hit the shoulder breaker on him. That's the deadliest thing of all.
Isn't this a very special shillelagh that he stole from his father?
It's a bit longer.
I mean, who would know?
I'm just saying, just to give some credence, but
go back and check out your 2007 SmackDown tapes and see if that's the same shillelagh. But
let's just say this:
Philly's one was shorter. Philly's one, I'm pretty sure.
We're going to have a lot of problems, especially in the weeks to come, because of this Death Dogs Alliance, if you will, Death Dogs LLC. Because let's look at the optics, Vet. Especially the Billy Goat factor. Billy Goat don't like David Finlay, right? Didn't David Finlay's dogs, Death Dogs, take him out of New Japan?
Will Ospreay?
Yeah,
I don't recall.
I'm just saying. Well, they'll probably parlay that. That's one problem, because we don't know if they're going to do consistency. And the problem, and of course, if Billy Goat doesn't supposedly like David Finlay or Jay White, and Jay White's already said you're a Billy fraud, so you already got, he don't like the Bang Bang Gang, so we got that. So now you're testing Billy Goat's morals and ethics, if you will. Now with all this coming, I'm going to have to go back again, because my Alzheimer's doesn't kick in for this. How bad of a story we've been telling, especially with Will Ospreay, Vet, with the United Empire. You only did it once. You did a one-off match with the United Empire. They had a stadium stampede of their own on free TV. Jimmy, let's not forget that. And it's so funny, and Josh could attest to this because he knows me on Twitter, because I like to troll the sickos. But the United Empire are so like puppy dog-ish, Vet. They're like, hey, Willie, you remember us? What are you doing here? They're trying to do and actually, I actually applaud the United Empire Vet for trying to keep a story. Like, what are you doing, Willie? Why are you going to the dark side? But guess what? We have not heard one inkling of this on AEW television. That's my problem. That's why I'm perplexed. Consistency of this. If you're going to have Billy go to the dark side, fine. If you want to have Billy have some have some feelings, some ways towards Dave Finlay, fine, but at least keep it consistent. And of course, I don't care about the AEW has done a piss poor job of trying to implement New Japan storylines. They've done so piss poor with the Elite stuff to Bullet Club, and over the years, over the 7 years, and they haven't perfected it, Jimmy. You know this. So now, if you want to do David Finlay and Jay White, because David Finlay kicked Jay White out of the Bullet Club, what was it, 2 years ago? So what? Again, too little, too late, in my humble opinion. But again, if you want consistency, have consistency. I know that. I know. We can move on.
Well, you know the reason why you have New Japan over there saying that, and why they're not showing it on AEW television?
Because it belongs there?
No, because New Japan wrestlers go into business for themselves. Because all it's up to them in New Japan, because New Japan treats this like it's real, including their own booking. So they put the card up and the wrestlers have the card. And then you go out there and you have your matches. And after your match, you come to the back and you cut the promo to the camera. Everybody does a promo to the camera. So they don't tell you what to say in those promos. That's you. You go give your comments to the camera like it's a sporting event, like you're getting interviewed after the match. So whatever they say on there, New Japan, they don't have no idea what those people are saying. They don't even speak English. You know, they only know what the Japanese people are saying. So those guys say what they say, and trust me, as somebody that watched much New Japan and many backstage comments, I guarantee you there's some of those guys were saying things that the company didn't necessarily care for them to want to say. But that's the reality of it. So AEW is not going to put that over because, one, they don't care, and number two, ain't nobody watching it to know that they're doing it. I think Tony Khan's watching New Japan backstage comments, but he should. You know, or they should know. But these guys are going into business for themselves because, damn it, over there, the wrestlers take the responsibility to try to make sense. We're doing it here on this podcast when we have nothing to do with it. But over there, the wrestlers care about their jobs. They care about kayfabe, and they're trying to make this shit palatable to the fans on their end. And they can't help it if AEW is not going to help them. That's the difference between Japanese and American wrestling. If American wrestling treated this shit more like it was real, we might be more interested in the stuff that they do.
It's just weird, Vet, because we have forbidden doors. Shouldn't the United Empire have played a small, I'm not saying a major part, a small part to keep that Billy Goat maybe dynamic going? They should have.
I would think so, but, you know, that's way too big a can of worms to open now because I'm not going to get into an entire history lesson. Let's just say everything sucks. Yeah. So there was, I guess, a Willow Nightingale package here, but I couldn't tell because whoever uploaded this clearly edited off the feed. The only reason I know that it was there is because the announcer said, Willow Nightingale obviously getting ready to come back, so I knew I missed something. But they just cut it off.
There was a hype of a return to AEW shortly.
I don't know if it was the same one they showed before with the tattoo, but whatever. Next is The Demand versus, Sonico,
Chris
Nasty, Oasis, not the Gallagher brothers.
Not the Gallagher brothers?
Yeah, so they quickly get rid of these guys, and then the Demand cuts a 10 out of 10 promo on Skyflight. So
they don't want the conglomeration. They want Skyflight. Just remember that.
Yeah,
they don't want Trios Gold. They want Skyflight.
Well, you got to get a strong win.
So
what better way to a strong win than a guy that's just back from a long injury like Matt Sydal? So Casino Gauntlet #1 spot. It's Pink Devil Rena versus Fallen Goddess Athena.
Ooh, that rhymed actually, Vet.
This is how you know that Athena is an old school veteran, because she goes out there and she lets Rena hit her with all of her shit and kicks out of all of it and then wins with the O-face. Good rib. That's old school, baby.
Oh, shit.
And
it's like, it's like Harley Race's old thing. What's your finisher? I'll move.
We went from the Owen Hart now to this. Now another casino. We gone tournament crazy here. We have we have no direction for these women.
It's not a tournament. It's just it's a gauntlet. It's a gauntlet battle royal. It's just It's like a whole tournament in one match. It's just
bro.
We went from survival of the fit. We went from Owen to survival now to casino.
Why not?
No story.
It is. It's you're gonna get all the flips and everything you ever wanted, Prof.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
We got some time before All In. So
Yeah.
Lexi's with Don Callis and Kyle Fletcher. Kyle Fletcher says, "Enjoy your title for now, Takeshita." Then we get Bandito, Mystico, and Speedball versus the Rascals for some reason. Guess who wins? Then Divine Dominion cuts a promo. Where have all the tag teams gone? Is what they basically say. Good question.
The Brawling, didn't they call out the Brawling Birds?
They listed every tag team that they beat. Like they said, whether you're birds or you're, whatever all they said. Triangles or whatever. They said.
Again, I'll say this. Don Stevens, I know you're watching, but if you haven't watched a GCW show, you are not utilizing Megan Bayne and Lexi Cross the right way. They actually put on good matches. And for the characters that they do, fine. But now you have no division and no direction and no clarity for them. It is what it is.
That's right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And now you see that, again, another little dirty sheet here, but WWE is interested in Megan Bayne.
And why wouldn't you be?
And what would they do with her? To be what, Beth Phoenix? I don't know. I'm just saying, but
that's right.
But you need a Santino Varela.
Didn't they take a flyer on her the first time?
Didn't work then.
They did.
Yeah. Should have. Well, that's not the one you need to look at. WWE needs to look at Lena.
Lena's a way better worker.
Yeah, anybody with a brain would take Lena out of these.
I don't know. I've seen Megan more. Jimmy, I haven't seen the Lena part, but I've seen Megan in GCW, and she's had some banger matches there.
No, she's not bad, but she's not as good as Lena, though. No way.
I'll take your word for it.
I'm just saying. Lena made her look so much better now, I think, anyway.
Yeah.
Poor Penelope.
Somebody had to make Megan Bayne look good in this company.
Right.
But anyway, Roosh versus Jordan Cruz. This, I don't know if it makes Roosh look good, but you know what happens here? You get the Hearns.
Beat the shit out of him, bro.
Yep. And
was this Cruz trying to get into the Los Ingobernables?
He was trying to get into the heart attack club because this guy was on a ton.
And the amount of profanities in Spanish by Roosh.
Yeah, he could say whatever he wants because nobody understands. I mean, we understand.
True.
But the Ops cut a promo. And I think they said for Bandito, Hook said for Bandito, look out for Shibata. He's coming for you.
Yep. He's going to end the reign as Ring of Honor World Champion, in fact.
Yep. And then Bowens tries to do stuff, and Hook says, stop trying to do stuff. And then we get Dark Julia.
Dark Julia versus
World Maya.
Yeah. And Maya
guess who gets spot number 2 in the Casino Gauntlet Battle Royal?
It's
World Maya. See, there's a plan for her. There's a plan for her, Vet.
Yep, there's a plan.
You're not seeing what everybody else is seeing. That's what they're trying to tell Vet. Vet is not seeing.
They're gonna jam Maya World down my throat.
Yep.
So you guys saying that we're gonna get Maya World versus Mercedes Moné come all in?
Nah.
No.
No?
Nah.
Good.
Options. There's options.
All right.
What we are gonna get for the main event here, Jimmy, you'll be happy to know it's a singles match.
I'm elated.
It's Kyle Fletcher versus
ELP.
Or
El Fantasma.
ELP, or El Fantasmo, or any other number of things that this guy calls himself.
The ghost.
You might call him Bret Hart because he put his shades on a little cute girl in the front row. It was so adorable.
He's Canadian, bro. Come on.
He is Canadian, and he was wearing pink and black.
That's true.
And anyways, all I could say after watching this, Professor, we talked about ELP last week. Jimmy, you already know how big a fan of Phantasmo I've been for many years. All I could say is I hope he's okay after this because he had a match with Kyle Fletcher.
Beating. He copped a beating too, guys. Yeah. I mean, come on. That was
Did
bad.
You see when he just tossed him into the barricade on the outside? He did the This is not a Kevin Nash, Rey Mysterio situation to be lawn darting
This
a
was
guy.
aggressive, man, by Kyle Fletcher. I felt he was very aggressive in this match.
God, he just won't be happy until he's the only wrestler left.
That's like that Seth Rollins lawn dart powerbomb thing he does to railings and shit like that.
Man, these guys, man.
But why?
Everybody knows it's a work now, and yet the moves get more dangerous as time goes on.
That's what I don't understand, man.
What's the point? Everybody knows that it's not real, so why are you just hurting yourself on purpose? But anyways.
You don't understand mathematics, that it's angles, symmetrics.
Oh.
So if you do it at the right angle, it doesn't hurt. It's actually more faker than you know it.
You're right. I skipped lawn dart practice when I was training.
You did?
I mean, luckily I'm here to.
I thought
so it worked out for me.
I thought Rip Rogers taught that class.
Yep, he sure did. He sure did. Anyway, so Kyle Fletcher wins. Good match. I mean, good enough.
It was a strong win too. Very strong. Too strong, probably.
Strong win.
Super strong. Yeah.
Don says that the family is going to take everything from Takeshita, and then Takeshita runs him off. Like, get out of here. And then that's how it ends with Takeshita standing tall.
Yeah.
Do I have to be literal? Do we have to be literal? What is everything besides the belt? What else?
Do you mean?
And then they're going to kill him.
Wife?
I think they're going to kill him. They're going to do what the Death Riders couldn't do. They're going to kill him.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take everything. You gotta take his wife. You gotta take his belt. You gotta take his green card. You gotta take everything.
His green card.
Yeah.
Did I take your virginity too?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Why not?
Want to get that aggressive?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, but that's taking us home. So.
What was that?
Sorry, my phone was not on mute.
Oh.
Serious, like AEW, I can't sell this to Vet. Seriously, I can't sell this, Vet.
Sorry, but we're done. We made it.
Wow, that was good, Vet. We still done it in our standard 2 hours and 1 minute. 37 seconds.
And with news, I gave you a little bit of 30 seconds.
Yeah, there was news sprinkled throughout.
Like just little sprinkles.
There was figure showcases.
There was figure showcases, absolutely. I so want that. Is that still available, Vet? Or is that
probably not?
I have not seen it around.
Probably worth
anyway,
$800,000 by now.
I'm gonna look it up. I bet you it is worth a lot.
Fine, go ahead.
But what?
And that's why I got the back to the beach
special edition Switchblade.
Special.
Well, it loses its value because he's been out for a while. So
No, his value's gonna go back up now, though.
But you have to keep going. See, that's what the thing. If you get it now, if you buy it low, then you sell it high. That's what I mean. It's not going to be.
But if the Death Riders kill him,
it'll be worth more.
Yeah.
Ooh.
See?
That'd be golden right there.
The only time I'll be rooting for John Moxley and his plastic bag and his Drano and all his other things.
Oh, God. Do we get a gun from him? Would you be a fan of that, too?
Oh, yeah. He could try
that.
Like, that's the one thing he didn't try.
Or I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, God.
And then
don't bring a switchblade to a gunfight, guys.
Exactly. Do not do that.
Well, take us home, Jimmy.
Well, I'm glad to say we are going home right now. Well, technically, we are home. But in saying that, Vet, what are you up to? What's the plan for today? And what do you got going in the near future?
Well, wait. Before I say this, I just want to shout out to the Vet because he watched, I think, 6 hours
I don't know how he did it,
or 8 hours of wrestling between Great American Bash and AEW Forbidden Door, plus NXT Tuesday, plus Dynamite, plus Collision. So strong
plus Drew Carey as well, the Drew Carey show.
You're selling me short. This is minimum 16 hours that you're talking about.
Dude, how pissed off were you after all that?
I think I had a full calendar day of wrestling I had to watch in this past week.
I'm just trying to give you your flowers, Vet, for all the wrestling you watched this week.
That's why we claim the best in the world, Prof.
Yay.
Come on.
Of course.
I want to be able to do that. Fuck no. I don't know how you did it, Vet, but I want to be able TNA on top. Fuck. Come on, man.
Power of the phone helped.
It does. It helps.
But when you're the best, I mean, what you can't do any less, right? So.
Well, that's true. That's why you are the best, Vet.
At Opinion Haver everywhere, twitch.tv/Opinion Haver, x.com/Opinion Haver, Instagram Opinion Haver, everything Opinion Haver. Check me out on Wednesdays, 8 episodes of 11 for the Next Level Wrestling Review, Big Ray Hernandez. That's the wrong one. check me out. There you go. That's the one. Then check me out for every Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 p.m. Eastern for the Drew Carey Show review with Brandon.
It's true, bro.
Yeah, every Friday is a new episode of Wrestling with Rip Rogers. Every Thursday is a new episode of the Steve Richards Show, and every time Timmy Baltimore uploads a new Limpin' Ain't Easy, then that's the new episode of Limpin' Ain't Easy. So check all of those out, and that's gonna do it for me, Jim.
Nice, very well played, Prof. What's up with the PWR?
Well, the PWR, we just uploaded an episode. We went back to the movies to a degree, but we talked about a syndicated comedy cult classic, Small Wonder, which guest starred Jesse the Body Ventura. So that's available on my YouTube channel at Pro Wrestling Reflection. Just tell a friend to subscribe to the Pro Wrestling Reflection YouTube channel and follow me on my Twitter at PWSOPRF. That's PWSOPROF.
Nice.
Well, and I see MSG in the chat. So I didn't know you was gonna play AEW Fight Forever. We're gonna have to do something about that because I didn't know you was gonna be playing that shit. Now we're gonna need to do a tag team thing or some shit.
Wait a minute. Then I want to jump in too and do a 3-way.
Woohoo! I don't want to see that.
No deal. Sorry, forget I said anything. Goodbye.
You prick. Come on. Now you know what? I can't play it. I've got it on Xbox. Is it even cross?
They barely have internet at all, let alone crossplay.
I'll get the hell. Dude, I was falling asleep last time, all right? That was legit. You know that. All right. I was.
With your gimmicked internet, too. You were trying to beat me. Couldn't even beat me with the gimmicked internet, Professor.
When I was beating him, that's tapes. What he was fucking blaming. He was blaming his fucking internet.
It's right there on the tapes. You can go to Opinion Haver on YouTube and see the entire thing and judge for yourself. You can do a frame-by-frame breakdown.
I was falling asleep. Like, that's true.
He was falling asleep.
I didn't have, that's true. I felt, but also.
If Matt does it right, y'all could do this on the HMG Patreon. The 3-way. The 3-way.
That sounds
You can do it. You can do it.
I don't know if it's cross-platform or not, but it doesn't matter. It's only costs like $5 anyway.
It's definitely not.
Yeah. I could just buy it on PlayStation anyway. It's worth nothing. But anyway, in saying that, go check out Insanity with myself and Whooper Brandon, where we did a good 2 hours actually talking all things JCW and who the father is of this and who the father is of that. So go check that out. You won't be disappointed. And of course, go check out This Week in WWE with myself. What the hell was that? Did I hear a fart or something? But anyway, check out This Week in WWE live every Wednesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Tuesdays with myself and R to the B to the V. And and of course the Wreckage every Sunday mornings at 11 a.m. Eastern with the three of us. But till next time, I am Jimmy T. He's the best in the world, Jaime the Vet Williams, and he is the magnanimous and the glorious, the Professor Chabelo Vera Cruz. And you've been listening and watching
The Wreckage.
Boy.
Live right here on HMG's YouTube channel and of course on the Patreon after the fact. Please like and subscribe and happy 4th of July. Till next time, peace out, much love. And the Switchblade says he'll cut you up.
Guns up.
Guns up, exactly.